Right, so I'm doing a bit of Bitcoin trading in my smaller account. Looking at these areas here, this is probably a good area if it does a little turnaround to come back in again. I'm going to get ready for that one. It's had a big drop here, so there could be some liquidations in this. I'm only on a minute chart on this one, so it's going to move really fast. So when you're seeing this, don't worry, that's not like a massive crash, because obviously this is on a minute one. So I'm just waiting for a bit of a turnaround. It has dropped surprisingly below this last point here, as you can see, but it had a pullback straight away. So I think this is a good area. If we can get a bit of resistance, which it looks like what's coming in, so it's a good area to take another trade in. So I think I'm going to wait. I'll get more of a confirmation between these two lines here, because it needs to come back to that one, which it looks like it's doing. I'm going to come in on that one, take a chance on that one and come in. Come in with 200. I'm just keeping an eye on it and see what's happening with it. If I can get above a certain point, I'll put a stop loss in, and then I can keep moving stop loss up on it. But hopefully, the only thing what I'm concerned about is we've got nearly a crossover coming on this down. So that's not a good sign, but that could be due to this. We're still above this line, and we've just jumped above this one, so we're not doing too bad at the minute. If we get it above here, I could put a stop loss in and bring it up. Right, I'm back. We're back. No, not much yet. That's why I paused it off. So I'm going to keep putting it on pause until we get a bit of movement here. I can show you what I'm going to do next with it, because it can take a while, this. You don't want to watch it minute after minute. So we've had a couple of good jumps up to here, but nothing special yet. Still keeping above, which is good. And we're above both these moving averages. We have got a crossover here, which is a good sign. So all in all, we're not doing too bad at the minute. We did get in at a decent time, if you look, to be honest, because we're down here. So yeah, we did really well with that one. Just looking at this. Yeah, I've not done bad. We'll see how it goes, leave it a bit longer. Well, we'll just show you while I'm waiting for this to go up. Yeah, bear in mind it's moving slow. We're only on like 32%. It has been as my opposite, which I think we're on about 60% mark up here. But what you've got to look at is this little box that I've done here. The depth of this represents around about 20 cents. So if you look how many times you can do it, I mean, if you look at this, you wouldn't buy in here because it's just like a falling knife, which you wouldn't catch. We've got a spike here, which is good. You probably want to wait for a couple of spikes, to be honest. So what would you say? So if you look at this one, this is a good sign here because you've got some rejections at bottom here. That's what you want to look at. So you may come in around about this area here because you can see it bounce a little bit. So say you did that on that one, and we come in, let's not be too here, so let's say we come in on this one here. You'd have done one there, so that's one. You might have even left it to go up to here if you'd have pulled your stop loss up to around about this area. So you might have done 40. Let's say just did 20. And you stopped out on that one. You took your money. And look at, so you wait for it to come down. It comes past this, bit of bounce. And then we've got a good bounce again here. So look at that. You might come in, let's not over exaggerate. So you're coming around here. Not this one, but this one. And again, we come up, we've got another 20, just a little bit over. You've got your 20 again. So you wait again, comes down, got a little bounce here, but you're not really in a position. So in between this and this, you really want to be going with this line. So let's say we hit this line here, you can see really rejecting it on this one. Got a little spike, you might come in here, did drop back down again. So let's go for worst case then. Let's say we did come in here. And there's margin to be down this area, by the way. You got it again there. And you just rinse and repeat. You've got more. I mean, you could move your stop loss up again. Just depends how you're going. It's like a minute. I could stop out here if I wanted. I've got me 30 cents. Wait again. Now, like I said, they don't seem like much. But this is only, what, this is from, what time? Where did we say? From here, didn't we? 6:43 this morning. And we're only on 8:46. Only a couple of hours. We get quite a few in, just small spikes then, put them on auto, whatever you wanted to do. Could have got quite a few in that time. The thing is, we're only dealing with small amounts of money, really. I know I've got this trade what's on at 200, but I'm not risking 200 on this trade, you see, because I've got a margin set, and I'm leveraging this by 50 as well. So, yeah, you only want a few of these in, and you can earn quite a good bit through the day. And you can do more than this. This is just me playing around and showing you, just giving you a quick demonstration on low amounts. It's pointless me putting 2,000 in when a lot of you what's watching this only want to do it as like similar to your sports betting, you know, where you're just putting a few pound in. It doesn't make any sense. You can do that if you want, but it's only going to be 10 times whatever I'm doing now. So you can get in your head what you can make if you want, or you can do less than this if you want. The thing is, like I say, I've got this on a minute chart, so you could actually set it on a like an hourly, which I'll show you. Just give me a second. So this is your hourly chart. This is like yesterday, day before, and I've got it from the starting to the ending of the full day. You can see at the bottom here. You won't be doing it this long. You won't be able to stop up that long. You'll be at it. You'll be on all time. So we'll just do normal working times, kind of thing. So if you say you come in about what? Where are we? At 6. I usually start at 6. Depending how long you want to work, really. Let's see. You want to do 6 while 6. I don't know. Want to do it that way. And let's clone that. Another one in. We've done that one. No. That's it. So we've got again 6. 6 while 6. So ignore this in between. This is another day, so it'd be this one here and this one here. Right, and I had to recheck that myself. So this one had been a really good day. That's kind of like, this won't bother about this in the morning. You can have a look at your prices as you come in, depends what time you want to start. We've got a nice, straight away on this one. You can see it's just gone and we're trending up. And we've crossed over this line, this moving average, what I put in. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. So if you look at this is the actual line what I've drawn. This is the kind of like 20p line. So you only have to compare that to that. 1, 2, 3. You've done quite a few in that first bit of time. So if we put it there, look at that. Look how many you could have done in that day. That's a lot. Or you could just do one trade and leave it running if that's what you do. Set yourself a stop loss. What I would do is I'd probably look at the day before, get some ideas. Like, I mean, you could use this one if you wanted, because we've got a bit of resistance here and that. So you could use that as a guide as well. So let's say you come in on that. So we come in straight away. We thought we're looking good. So we're coming on this one. As it opened. Sorry about that. Cut out. what I'm saying. So say you started here, beginning of the day, around about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. That'd probably be 7, that one, yeah. Because you were sitting above, and you just set your stop loss down here, where this one is, let's say. So you're all right, you haven't hit it. You've gone up, we hope. We've cracked past this. So what you could do is, if you manage to get past this, you could move your stop loss up to here, and then just ride it out. But this is end of the day anyway, so you could actually cash out on this one. So if, let's say, for instance, let's say you didn't get up here and we did like this area. I'll have a quick look at what we're on this. So just put it into the calculator for you to see. So if you want to risk, if you're leveraging it by 50 and you want to risk $39 there, you'd put 2,000 in. You're not risking 2,000 because you're leveraging it. You're only risking 39, and that's if it gets to your margin. Now your liquidation price on that would be 81, so it's well down here, well under. So you would get nowhere near that. Of course, you put stop loss in here, so we'll work that out in a bit. But to risk 39 on that one, you'd have got $35 for a day. Not a bad return on your money, that. Let's look at worst case scenario. What did we say? Well, we'll put it on 82750. Yeah, it's not going to do it because I have to change it another way. So let's do it on. Yeah, let's put it on here. What did we say it were? 82750. 82750. Yeah, so that's not right. 82750. That was better. Excuse that, I don't know what I did there. Sticky fingers. Right, so you'd have been risking, like, if it hit this, you'd be risking like $12 if you did it that way. I'm only just putting this out there. Depends how much you want to risk on that. Like I said, we're coming up here, putting stop loss there. Didn't get anywhere near it, to be honest, and you'd be moving it up anyway after a certain point. I mean, you could. The other thing you can do is you can even, where are we? If it gets to a certain point, if we come in, where did we say we're coming in at? I forgot. Where are we? There, that line. Let's move this one up so that we can see to there. Yeah, about there. So, like, say we come in here and it got to here. You could move your stop loss to here, and then you won't be at a loss. You'd only have your fees, which won't be a fortune. But you would have got stopped out. That's where you've got to be careful. That's why I was trying to wait for, say, it crossing the other resistance line, as in here. So after it crosses that and it goes way up, then you've got the option of moving that kind of further up. You can move it up to here if you wanted, this area, up to that resistance line, and that'll give you a bit more on that one. And then you're guaranteed to lock something in at least. So you can see how it works. It might look a bit confusing at first, but you can let me get rid of that. That's it. So you can kind of see how it works. But I like to do, a lot of times, I like to do the 1 minute chart. And what you can do is you can come in on 1 minute. You can set yourself up on the hourly chart like that if you want to do a 5 minute, whichever you want to do. And see how things are panning out. And then you can move across onto the smaller time frames to get yourself an even better price, a better area to get in. So let's have a tell you what, I'll have a look what it were this morning. Oh yeah, that's looking at this morning. So it's clock this morning. Not as good as these, to be honest. It was starting off on red, it was tanking down. So I'll have a look at that, see how bad it looks, whether it would come in or not at any points. You've got your lowest here, which is around about 843, 8,300 mark. And about then it goes back up again. So I'll skip back to the other one. So that's around about here. It's the same thing. The Anyway, I'll move this along. So that one red candle, what you saw, was all the way to about here. 7, as you can see at the bottom there. See that 7 come up at bottom there. So from here to here is that big red candle. You can see it's come down. So we were above these two, which is good, but it was crossing under. This green line was crossing under. It's not always a good sign. I like it to be sitting above or getting quite close back to it, but it had just dropped under, so I would actually wait a bit. I probably might have a go at that, I don't know, and come back out again because you got this big drop anyway. So if I'd have come in this area here, it's a going up here, I would have moved my stop loss up anyway, so it'd have just took me out for 0. Again, it's still under, it's not looking good. If you look here, you've got this closing back up a bit, so this is an area what you'd look at, but again, it would have false, what they call a false breakout again, and then come all the way down at this. You won't buy around here again, you'd look at coming in round here, so you'd probably take a loss or a couple losses before you get a gain in, but then you'd take it back by taking a big gain on that one. It's a bit like having a trade on, if you do sports betting or like that, sports trading, it's the same thing. It's like having you don't win every time, but you create a method where your wins outweigh your losses, and that's what you want to do. So take small losses and big profits on that one. We've got a good one here with a little bit of turnaround. Put across that, went up, could have took some out again. And then I think we start to see some resistance, don't we, around this area. Around here you can see this pattern forming there. And we're back up. I mean, we're on, look at what we're on now. So I'm going to start moving. In fact, I will put a stop loss in there, I think, and move it up. Now we're in some kind of profit. But you can see how easy, I've done that live, so you can see how easy it is once you get used to it. I'm just going to put that stop in. Right, I don't know if you can see it on here. So I've got my profit line and I put my stop loss in bang at the same area. I'm going to move it up in a bit, but I've just done this for half, I've done it at 50%. So if I did leave it in, it come down here and it dropped, it's only take 50% of it, because there's always a chance it can go back up again. You don't want to lose out. But the good thing is, if it does go below, yeah, I'd be going into red, but I'd wait for it to settle and I'd put that half back in again. So like I said, minute, let's say that's 200. So we're not messing about trying to work proper full calculations out. So 200, if it hit that there, it'd take 100 out and I wouldn't have any loss on that, it'd be 0. Then if it carried on going under, my loss would only be on that 100. So what I'd do is I'd wait for it to settle, come back round a bit, and I'd come in again with 100, take it back up to 200 mark. It'd bring my baseline a bit lower. My average entry price bring a bit lower because you've come in at a lower price, so you pull that down a little bit, which is an advantage. Then hopefully we start going back up again and we just repeat that process, and that's all we need to do. The thing is if you come in again and it goes up and starts to come back down, that's when you need to think about whether you're going to come out or not, or whether you're going to let it get to your margin call, what you've got, if that's the amount you're happy with losing. It's that kind of thing. So but we just keep it to our advantage all the time. But yeah, it's not doing too bad at the moment. So I'm going to move that up a little bit, I think, to about there. Stick it on that there. Has it moved it? No. I moved the wrong one up. That's it. Move it to about there. That's it. So we'll just stop loss up to there. So that'll take us a bit of profit out. It'll leave off of the trade on the table, and then we can see how it goes, whether coming again. I mean, mind if it takes it out there, we've got a bit of profit, it'll come down here, and then if it bounces, might think about coming back in again. And we've always got something on in case it does actually float, because it could hit this and then go back up again, so we've still got some in trade, which is good. I might adjust this a little bit and have a look at some resistance areas, but I just wanted to do that just to show you how it works. Right, so I'm going to leave that video there. Hope that's explained it a little bit, and speak to you again soon.